Blockchain flows, ladies riding no cap. DeFi king make us the charts in his lap. Wheelchair bound, still breaking the trap. Cryptic codes making haters all nap. Wait, crypto keep it lit, keep rolling. Coins on fire, prophecy beholding. This ability ain't no limit, he's golden. We live past now, there's never folding. YouTube hustle, subscribers gone nuts. Crypto market waiting never cuts. Posted ETHs calculating guts. In the bearable, dudes got the clutch. Wait, crypto keep it lit, keep rolling. Coins on fire, prophecy beholding.
What's going on? What's going on, everyone? My name is Wadi. Welcome to the show. It has been a good minute since I done a live stream. Needed a well-deserved break, but I am back, guys. Let me say hi to everyone. Steve, the Canadian in the house, welcome. Mason, welcome. I see Daniel in the house, welcome. Our late 13, what's going on, bro? Welcome. Good morning. Good morning, Mason. Welcome. So, how's everyone doing? What a crazy day overall. Well, it's just been crazy in general in the whole crypto space. So, two things, guys. I could just chill and talk to y'all, show some charts, or I could do some news that I do see here. Whatever you guys want to do is up to you. I'm good, and you, legend. Well, I'm good. I'm not so sure about the legend part, but I appreciate you. Let me drink a little bit of water first. How was my day? Well, my day has been good. Can't complain. How about you, Steve? Do what you do. We're here to listen. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Show us some chart. Okay. So let's start with how Bitcoin is doing, right? Let's just start there. Um, this is XRP. Let me get BTC. Do, 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 dum. Man, I forgot how catchy my intro is. So, in the 5 minute chart right now for BTC, looks like we're getting ready to go towards the downside. Even in the 1 hour chart, it just literally rejected the support zone. I mean, the resistance right here. So, yes, we are aiming more towards the downside than we are towards the upside. But that was to be expected in a way, right? With all the tension that's going on right now in the Middle East, I'll be honest, I don't expect Bitcoin to start running back up anytime soon, but I could be wrong. This is what they call a little relief rally based on the news that there will be a ceasefire. Now, the problem that I am seeing is that so far, Iran has said that they haven't agreed to one. All right, so I'm all right. I'm just riding my e-bike around the block for the hell of it while listening to you. Well, shit, Steve, that's actually pretty cool, bro. All right. So, with that being said, that is what I'm looking at Bitcoin right now. This is the 1 hour chart, the 4 hour chart. Still looking a bit bullish, but I want to see Bitcoin break above 106K and hopefully tap 108 or better. Now, if we get to see Bitcoin break above 112, then we could start singing bull market hopefully to 130. Once again, no guarantees. Other than that, that's what I am seeing for now when it comes to Bitcoin, and obviously everything else does follow. If you got any other chart that you want me to take a look at, feel free to request. Other than that, I am going to do a little bit of news here because everything kind of helps, right? Last I checked, when it came down to ETF, we are seeing a little bit of outflow with the crypto ETFs. 6 million just got added to Bitcoin, but 11 million was an outflow when it comes down to Ethereum. So, if we want to talk about the fear and greed index, is actually in neutral right now, which is not bad. It's usually if we are in greed or extreme greed, that usually is the sell signal. If it's on stream fear or fear, like around 25, is usually the buy signal. When it comes to the altcoins, altcoins still not there yet. We're still not in an altcoin season, unfortunately. But there are some altcoins that are moving, like Zero, Hype, Virtual, SPX, Kai. Well, SPX is actually a meme coin. KAIA, Farcoin, Arrow, and with Sky and Pengu. Everything else is just eh, trying to move up there, but not yet. So, with that being said, let me see market cycle. So, the market cycle still look like we are on track, especially according to the pi cycle, which usually determine the top of everything, right? And as far as the rainbow chart is still looking good as well. Um, Other than that, Bitcoin dominance still high. We're at 64.5. Usually, the higher the Bitcoin dominant is, the worse it is for altcoin season to come closer. We want to see Bitcoin dominance drop before we could see out season begin. All right, so that's pretty much what I got on that side. And let me get started with some of the news here, right? Mr. Wadi, so sorry for asking, but can I get from you, sir? Mason, I usually do giveaways. And when I do the giveaway, that's when you guys get the money. But I'll see depending on today or tomorrow. I might do a giveaway. Just jump in. You might get lucky. All right. So let's jump into the news. Rift Chain A user friendly blockchain signed a 3-year primary sponsorship with English football club Crawley Town FC for the 25-26 season. Their logo will appear on shirts and stadium branding with plans to engage fan via match day. Now, I don't know if you guys know anything about Riff, but it is one of the tokens that last bull market did pretty good, right? The only thing is that I'm not gonna lie, I felt like they dropped the ball a little bit, and I haven't heard much about them. You know, the market cap dropped to around 5.76 million. There's 21 billion in supply. So for now, it is one of the coins that you might want to keep an eye out on. I mean, the market cap being extremely low, it's a good thing. It is, though, available in Binance US and MEXC and a couple other exchange. Obviously, not financial advice whatsoever. All right. I have never win any of your giveaway, and I'm always there here. Well, Mason, like I said, you might get lucky. Michael Mabry in the house. What's going on, Michael? Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you joining. Yeah, man, I'm back. Took a break. I needed the break, but now I feel much better. Um, Also been building on TikTok. I'm gonna start building on Twitch as well. So I'll be streaming Twitch, YouTube, X, and TikTok. I'm gonna leave Facebook alone because Facebook is not generating jerk. All right. So Pi Network user are looking forward to AI theme announcement at Pi today, hoping new features will reignite interest despite recent price pressure on the Pi coin. Now, you guys remember Pi, right? I was all up for that coin. I mean, I thought what they was going to do was going to be a great thing. And then all of a sudden, I noticed they're full of it. Could I be wrong? Maybe. But the interesting thing about Picoin is that if they have so much money for marketing and everything else, why didn't they even bother to use it when it came down to exchange listing and all of that? So, unfortunately, they're not exactly at the bottom, but at the same time, they're not where everyone else thought it would be. We expected Bitcoin to be more or less about $10, $20 or so, right? And that never happened. There's also some issues where people are claiming they can do their KYC, and there's also issue of withdrawing the tokens that they already had mined prior to the KYC. So for right now, I feel that Pi still has to kind of prove itself, if you want to call it that. All right, so moving forward, Tokyo listed Metaplanet at 1,101 Bitcoin, worth about 180 million to its reserve, bringing total holding to 11,111 BTC, equal 1 billion. They pay around 106K per coin and aiming to grow their Bitcoin treasury by 2026, 2027. So this is the interesting thing that I keep saying. As long as all these companies keep buying Bitcoin, let's look at the bigger picture besides the fact that there is war going on, right? Let's look at the fact that there's companies, there's institutions, the ETF, there's states, there's countries that want to build a Bitcoin reserve. And in my opinion, all of that is going to help the Bitcoin price continue going up, in my opinion, in the long term. And that's when I think, well, you know what? Maybe the 1 million BTC per coin is not too crazy. Am I saying it's going to happen this year? Not necessarily, but I would like to see at least 260 to 320 BTC. That would be awesome. All right. So, Paris based IoT chip maker Sequans Communication is planning to raise 384 million via equity and debt to build a Bitcoin treasury in partnership with Swan Bitcoin. The proposal will be voted on the shareholder before July 1st, which, as you guys know, July 1st is my birthday. Yay, I'm only getting older. Seiko Hunt in the house. Welcome, bro. Seiko Hunt says, as always, financial advice from him, not from me. So that should be very interesting, right? Once again, more company buying Bitcoin, the better it is for us, especially if we are early in crypto. And you want to know, here, let me show you guys how early we are, right? When you look at this chart, right? This was the first halving, which doesn't really count in a sense, right? So this one is the first halving. One, two, and this is three. That's how early we are in crypto. And if you guys don't see like how important that is, then I don't know what to tell you. But literally, this is so early. There's only 6.8 to 7% of the total world population that is involved in crypto. That is freaking bullish, if you ask me. All right. Um, Let me go back. Happy birthday, bro. Not yet, Seiko. Not yet. It's July 1st. But I appreciate you. All right. Analysis say crypto markets sit at an inflection point. After Bitcoin drop fueled by Middle East tension, investor will watch whether BTC holds key support to signal a rebound or further market decline. Now, what he was referring to is this level right here, which I also have marked, right? But you want to see what's funny? Bitcoin literally dropped below 98, yeah, 99, 98K or so. And I was hoping that it was going to try to retest 97 or even 95, possibly 93. But you know what's funny? That it didn't even do that. It just went and bounced back strongly right here. I don't know where. As long as Bitcoin stays above the 200 moving average, which is right here, 94,198, there shouldn't be any problem, in my opinion, right? Now, can it drop below? Then I think that would be a sign that there's trouble in paradise. Okay, moving forward. Dun, 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 dun. Smaller firms are shifting from Bitcoin to altcoin like Ethereum, Solana, and AI centric tokens, seeking higher growth and reflecting more diverse crypto strategy. Now, yes, Bitcoin is great. Yes, Ethereum is great. But when you really think about it, when you think about ROI, return of investment, the best of them all is usually in the smaller altcoins. Right now, there is one coin that's making a lot of noise, and it's supposed to be CBCN, right? I mean, let's be honest, I'm a bit skeptical about their partnership, and I've seen a few red flags that makes me question, well, what's wrong with this picture, right? I usually do a deep research on projects, but I did saw the hype around this project. I've been tracking it ever since it was here, right? About around 82 and no 88 and 3092. And I pretty much ended up selling around over here, right? Now, this is the thing. I was in the hype train because I saw great partnership with this project, but in reality, I gave a closer look and I saw some red flags, and that's why I'm like, okay, hold on. If you want, treat this project as a meme coin, but do not hold on to dear life thinking that this is gonna be the next moonshot. I mean, I could be wrong, to be honest, but there are some things that tells me this project got to prove itself a little bit more, especially when you look into the CEO, which is Sam Talapia or something like that. All right. But if you play your card right, this is a good swing play project. So what I'm saying is a lot of companies are realizing that they're not going to make the big return that they think they're going to make when it comes to Bitcoin or even Ethereum itself, in a sense. All right. Let me open the Bitcoin chart again because I'm keeping my eye whether if it breaks or it makes. Let me put the 1 hour chart again. And let me put this right here. Okay. So uh, DeFi Development Corp partner with Kraken to launch tokenized US listed company share on Solana via Kraken X stocks, linking public equities with DeFi assets. Now, this is my thing. I mean, I could be wrong about it, but imagine if you could buy Apple using your Solana USDT or USDC on Solana, I don't care, whatever it is. And just imagine if you're able to do that. I know there are some exchanges that do got stocks that you are able to play around with the regular stocks, but no guarantees. Oh shoot, Seiko, huh? I mean, Somo Fud in the house. What's going on, Somo? Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you joining WCX. Hey, you know what, Somo? That actually got a nice ring to it, right? So imagine that you no longer gotta use the regular boring stock exchanges, right? And imagine you could just go into, well, I know Bybit is doing that, where you're able to use stocks now. You're able to buy and sell whatever using USDT. Now, obviously, Bybit is not available in the US, so that sucks for us over here. Hopefully, with the new regulations, they're able to make it work. Hopefully, but we'll see. All right, now Fun Token surge after its smart contract passed out its stake and reward increase and its community expanded, all boosting investors' confidence. Now you're wondering, right? This is Fun Token, which is funny. I saw this last bull market and it was pretty good. It did pretty good. When they traded, it has a lot of nice volume. Now, what's crazy about Fun Token is that I thought it was dead. I thought it was done and over with, and it literally came back to life. Today was up like 50 something percent. Well, no, forget that. 101%. And now, obviously, it's a new day, so it just showed that's up 4%. And the thing about this token is that it is still on Binance, while a lot of other tokens has gotten delisted from Binance. So once again, non financial advice at all. All right. Um for the XRP holders, Canada XRP ETF from 3IQ gathered roughly CAD Canadian dollar. I mean, yeah, I guess Canadian dollar, 32 million in 23 million in US dollar. An asset under management just 3 days after launching June 18, becoming Canada's largest XRP ETF. Now, I am okay with it, right? But then this is the issue that I have. Why is it that we don't see XRP breaking above $3 or better? That is the only concern that I actually have right now. Why don't we see XRP blasting through $3? There's so many good news. There is the tokenization on the RLUSD. They're buying real estate with RLUSD. They're doing oil with RLUSD. And we see all the good fundamental news, but yet XRP stay stagnant. Let me drink water again. I choked on air. Okay. Right now, rising geopolitical friction in the Middle East, especially involving Iran, might drive investors to Bitcoin as a safe haven. BTC is near, well, during the time of writing, 100K with both rally and pullback possible based on event. Now, you go over here, crap, can I can see the post anymore. Uh Wait, give me a second because I was just gonna show you what our dear President Trump did mention. Okay, so no, it's not about him giving them a chance. Uh, I guess this is Trump promoting the Trump coin 555, right? All right, where is it? Ah, this is the post. He said, congratulations to both. They agreed to cease fire. But according to Iran, they didn't agree to anything. So I don't know what's going on there. Now, as long as that continues, the market is going to be very volatile. We're going to see some movement up, and we're also going to see some movement down. Definitely more down than up, in my opinion. All right. This is the crazy thing, right? Now, Tim Draper, investor Tim Draper praised Bitcoin as a globally resilient asset that keeps its value during crisis, highlighting its strength in economic or political turmoil. I mean, Bitcoin has been holding pretty good, but I wouldn't say it's a safe haven just yet. And look at this. So earlier, 100 billion people got liquidated because of the tension between Iran and the US, right? So Iran did fire back, and obviously, out of 14 missiles, only one was able to hit. Every other missile got pretty much uh, they intersected, right? Now, with that being said, Bitcoin dropped all the way to the 98K around there. And because of that, 1 billion in leverage position got liquidated, which sucks. Now, some people or a lot of people putting on short once they saw that, and then 50 million got liquidated using leverage trading. That's why it is important that if you don't know what are you doing or how to properly use leverage trades, don't do it because you will lose your money. Okay, so with that being said, we got MicroStrategy that bought another 245 Bitcoin worth around 26 million. We got the OKX that actually settled a deal with the DOJ and spent around 500 million for the settlement. Now, this is what's funny. They're ready to enter the US with a new headquarters over here and also launching their own IPO. Never been a fan of OKX, but let's see what happens when they actually have real regulation when it comes to, being in the US headquarters. All right. So now a NASDAQ listed company soon to be renamed Build and Build Corporation, backed by former hedge fund manager, plan to raise 100 million to buy and hold BNB token in its corporate treasury supported by Binance CZ. So, with that being said, guys, that's all I got for the news. Other than that, oh, I got these two right here. Uh, Fundstrat Tom Lee said that recent market volatility served as a stress test with positive technical and strong growth stocks. He projects a 10% S&P 500 gain into late 2025, reaching new highs. Now, this guy, he is obviously an analysis, and he predict that Bitcoin should be going up from here, but I highly doubt that. The last thing is Circle issuer of USDC has surged over 500% since its IPO on optimizing around institutional demand. Favorable stablecoin regulation, Genius Act, which they get officially passed, and business partnership analysis warn rising rates could impact earnings. So that is all I got as far as news. Now, let me take a look at the charts. You guys tell me if there is anything that you want me to look at, or if not, I'll give it like another 5 minutes or so and I'll end the stream. But I do appreciate that my first time back in a while, I see 54 people in total. Well, 55 now between X and YouTube. Thank you guys. So if there is any coin that you want me to take a look at, feel free to request now. Other than that, everything else it's trying right now. It's just trying. Like I said, I want to see Bitcoin do either one or the other. One, we break above. Oh, this is XRP. Let me get BTC. Uh, yeah, one would be us breaking above 106, right? And worst case scenario is us breaking below 99. So we'll see what plays out first. Bitcoin could do something like, here I go with the funny drawing. Something like here and then back up, right? So, oops. So it could do something like that. Come down here and then bounce back up and break above. Now, obviously, there's still resistance about 108, close to 109K. So, with that being said, guys, I think I will call it a night. I appreciate everyone that tuned in, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Well, I have been thinking whether if I should do the later time or I should go back to my 7 p.m. Schedule. Still haven't decided yet, but I'll see what I'll do in the meantime. The important thing is that I'll be doing the live streams all over again. So, with that being said, have a blessed night, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Take care.
Clutch. Wait, crypto, keep it lit, keep rolling.